The former army commander has breached military discipline by making a treacherous statement. This was emphasized by Minister Anurapradash Yapa at a weekly cabinet news briefing today.
When the U.S. Internal Security Department was planning to quiz Sarath Fonseca, he had queried from the JVP as to what should be done, and it was Tilvin Silva who had told him not to answer any queries but to return to the island. The minister asked whether this was discipline and also made queries as to whether a person who claims to have maintained his dignity behaves in such a manner. The minister further told the journalists that there is a danger of creating a negative image on Sri Lanka among the friendly nations as a result of Fonseca's statement. Everyone is aware that Sri Lanka was able to defeat accusations levelled against her on human rights in Geneva. Some countries who made accusations against the country voted in favour of Sri Lanka. The minister said that chaos has surfaced as a result of this treacherous statement. He queried whether it is possible to trust a person who does anything to gain positions.
Still on local news, Sri Lankan Airlines launches its second service to Italy. It is expected to boost tourist traffic between the countries. An estimated 12,000 visitors from Italy travel to Sri Lanka each year. Sri Lankan Airlines already operates 2 weekly flights to the Italian capital, Rome. The bi-weekly flight to Milan is expected to service the significant Sri Lankan community in the northern Italian region, in addition to the tourist traffic from neighbouring France and Switzerland. With a direct flight to Colombo, Italian travellers can also make rapid connections to tourist destinations in the Far East, such as Bangkok, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong, Beijing and Tokyo. Tourists can also fly Sri Lankan Airlines to 6 cities in India, namely Mumbai, New Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, Trichy and Trivandrum, or to Maldives. The flights operate on Wednesdays and Saturdays. According to Lanka Business Online, one flight will take the Colombo-Paris, Milan-Colombo route, while the other will take the Colombo-Frankfurt, Milan-Colombo route. Sri Lanka's route network now spans 44 destinations in 29 countries across Europe, the Middle East, the Indian subcontinent, the Far East and North America. Sri Lanka expects a surge in tourist arrivals this season following the end of the war. And we now move on to sports news. Chasing the mammoth Sri Lankan target of 315, India were 204 for the loss of 2 wickets a short while ago in the 4th one-day international cricket match, which is now underway at Kolkata Eden Gardens Stadium. India is leading 2-1 in the series. Virendra Sehwag and Sachin Tendulkar were caught by Dilshan and Randiv respectively off the bowling of Surangal Akmal. Indian batsmen Virat Kohli and Gautam Gambhir staged a comeback with a 136-run unbeaten partnership and set India's chase up by the end of the 3rd quarter of the match. Earlier, Sri Lanka won the toss and decided to bat first by following an unwritten rule. Upul Tharanga scored a magnificent 118 runs in today's match. With that, we move on to more updates on Prime Sports.
Sir Alex Ferguson has branded Manchester City's conduct in Mark Hughes' dismissal as unacceptable. The Welshman was sacked moments after Saturday's 4-3 victory over Sunderland, with Italian Roberto Mancini immediately named as his replacement. The Manchester United boss criticised City chief executive Gary Cook's handling of the affair. Following a successful playing career, Hughes moved into management with Wales and Blackburn before moving to Manchester City to replace Sven-Göran Eriksson in June 2008. Michael Schumacher says he intends to crown his Formula One comeback by challenging for the 2010 title. The 7-time champion announced his return for 2010 yesterday with Mercedes, the renamed Brawn GP team. Despite 3 years out of the sport, he insists he can threaten the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button, the 2008 and 2009 world champions. Schumacher, aged 41 on the 3rd of January, added that now Mercedes are team owners no one can expect anything else other than the world title. North Yorkshire's Olympic medalist Jo Jackson is hoping for more medal successes in 2010. She followed up her bronze in the Beijing Olympics in 2008 with 2 silvers and a bronze at the 2009 World Championships in Rome. Jackson is the British and European 400-meter freestyle champion, and she set a new world record in the event in 2009. Despite winning the bronze medal in Beijing, she admitted her achievements at the World Championships have been a highlight for her. England batsman Kevin Pietersen says he is returning to top form ahead of the second test against South Africa, which starts in Durban on Boxing Day. Pietersen scored 81 in the second innings of the drawn first test as he made his comeback in the 5-day game after an Achilles tendon injury. Meanwhile, South African captain Graeme Smith says England could be mentally scarred following their second innings collapse in the drawn first test in Centurion. Smith has no such concerns about his own team, while admitting first test debutant Freda Gerveth will be replaced by Dale Steyn. The experienced fast bowler recovers from a hamstring injury. Bordeaux beat Toulouse 2-1 and increased its lead to 9 points halfway through the French league yesterday. Through 19 matches, defending champion Bordeaux tops the standings with 43 points. Paulo Machado opened the scoring for Toulouse from the edge of the box after 4 minutes against Bordeaux. Marouane Chamakh headed inside the near post across from Benoit Tremoulinas to equalize 4 minutes later. Olivier was routed Nancy 4-0 to earn its 6th straight league win, climbed to second place with 34 points. Montpellier rose to third, Marseille slipped to fourth, and Auxerre in fifth, while Lyon fell to sixth with 30. Under pressure to record maximum points, Olympique Lyonnais succumbed to Montpellier at Stade Galland, leaving them in 6th position in Ligue 1 at the conclusion of 2009. Montpellier moved ahead when Victor Hugo Montano sprung to open the scoring minutes after the break and threw Bafétimbi Gomis to draw Lyon level with 8 minutes remaining. Some object defending allowed Joris Mabo to score a famous win for the visitors. The match ended with Montpellier defeating Lyonnais 2-1.
And to wrap up tonight's bulletin, let's take another look at the headlines. The pealing of church bells heralds the dawn of another Christmas. The President urges the opposition not to betray the most disciplined foes for political mileage. Minister Anwar Ryapa claims that the former army commander had breached military discipline. Sri Lankan Airlines launches its second service to Italy. And on foreign, 30 Al-Qaeda terrorists perish in Yemen air attack. That's all the news for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.